And I'm the one and the only Jazz Wave. Coming at you tonight with some fire sets, quite literally. We're starting things off with Fidel versus Moncad. Force burn. No, you got it. But yeah, Moncad, I've seen a little bit of Moncad's Force burn before. We just haven't really seen it too much in like live streams. But Moncad also TO of his own monthly called Diamonds in the Rough. Please go support that if you can. I believe it runs on Sundays every month. Yeah, we love supporting other TOs here, but bands coming in. First band we got Ho Dojo. Up next we got Godai. We're starting things off here on Jules Vale for game number 1 of the Feast 23. Here we go.
Pressure on the top platform. Moncad's trying to get him bad with the back air.
Yeah, as you were saying, Fidel kinda taking over Sophie Lowe's spot here is like the one Zetterburn that's taking all the wins here. Oh, gets the no forward throw. Wow, it doesn't even matter though.
Takes the first stock there. I don't think any DI was able to save him. I'm surprised I didn't purple screen.
Yeah, Moncad probably was ready for that forward air, but just not enough time to save himself.
Right. Really trying to space out with the back air. Ooh, the ledge creep grab there.
Yeah, I'll admit that Lilling with Force Burn is probably one of the most satisfying things ever. Speaking of other satisfying things, the Dare and the Down Strong, the tried, true, and classic on this Force Burn. Moncad evening the stocks out. Not too much percent on himself. Trying to keep this as even as possible.
Yeah. One thing I'm noticing with this Force Burn too is that, ooh, whoa, what a parry. Is that he doesn't use the smokes nearly as offensively as other Force Burns do. Like Kate, for example, he basically smokes anytime he gets.
Yeah, and I mean that is technically how you do want to play Force Burn. You want to take any chance that you can get to put out that smoke, because that's how you're going to be able to set up your deception. You're going to be able to safely put out clone and everything, which we really haven't seen much clone out here from Moncad, and making it work pretty well.
See, now he's trying to build up the cloud burst here. He already got 2 in the chamber. Ooh. But Fidel trumped them out.
Yeah, Lechwa gonna go ahead and seal the deal there on Moncad, but again, not too far behind here. Got a little bit of movement going on.
Yeah,
Reverse hit bear almost killing there, not quite enough there for Moncad. Another one, not gonna do it, got the sour bear that time. Combust still not gonna, never mind, I take that back. Combust is going to seal the deal on that stock. Goodbye, clone. One of the things that I hope that they do continue to work on, at least in terms of Force Burn, is clone AI, because sometimes clone will just straight up miss ledge and die to its death, but enough about that. Reverse bear, not gonna find too much out of it from Fidel. Wildcat getting the up air, bear gonna miss. Oh, tries to get the read, but unsuccessful that time around there. And that's gonna do it to take game number 1.
You have been deceived.
Indeed, he has. What a first game. Pardon my silence there. My connection was dropping for a bit, but I think we're good now. Hopefully.
Alright, if you're Fidel, I think you wouldn't mind running it back to Julesville, right? Because it's a very close game.
Yep.
And yeah, just as I say that.
Yep. Moncat switched to green. .420 might have come late, but it's not late enough for Moncats.
It's never too late if you're a Force main or a Crack main, really.
Hey.
Alright. Once again, another strong start coming out here from Fidel. We're not going to be able to get the fair, but going to get the sweet spot fair that time around. Sets up the fire at ledge. Moncat trying to get out of the corner, manages to do so. There. Shields the forward strong in time. Fidel is still waiting, doesn't get that down strong.
Moncats is really getting scared here, and the back air to up strong takes the first stock. Oh, he's really putting on the aggressive, but Fidel is reading him like a book.
Indeed, indeed. I think the thing that really is helping Moncat here is the fact that he's staying a lot more grounded here.
But that didn't help him out there. Oof. And Fidel wants this right now. He saw that first game, he was like, nah, now we're trying that again. Oh, tried going for the down strong there, whiffed it. Staying back to neutral. Nice grab from Moncats. Back to the back air special. Fireball to grab, just barely missed him. Ooh, and a 3-stock for Fidel on Julesville.
Yeah, that's no more Julesville there for the rest of the set for either players.
Yep. And Fidel wants this win. you don't take game 1 from Fidel and get away with it.
Indeed.
Here we are with Rockwall, the smallest side blast zones in the current lineup here. We're gonna see some early stocks here. I guarantee it. Ooh. Moncat's sticking full capital after that missed ledge dash there, or wave dash. Ooh.
Alright, ooh, okay.
Yep, here we go.
Bear not quite gonna finish that stock off yet, but ooh, catches with the
Ooh,
bear.
the mistech.
And tries to go for another dare read, and Moncat still not able to get out of this combo and ends up losing his stock for it, but doesn't. Oh, almost got that stock right back off of Fidel with the bear.
Ooh. Not going for the dash attack, but it was just a few frames too early, or too late. Oh, that would have been clean.
Combust, no, never mind. Just as I say, Combust online, what is Moncat gonna do with it? Expels it immediately.
Yep.
They're still not gonna kill. Very, very smart there by Moncat to just had to let Clone go ahead first to see what he can get off of it.
They keep trying to go for the back air kill. You need to use a cape, man. Whoa, weird response there. That gonna kill? Yep. in the 150 range.
Oh, there. Yep, Shine up strong.
Not gonna work. That's the one double-edged sword about being in the fully charged status Force Burn. You have the best resources, but you're out of the one that controls the stage. So you really need to close out the game once you have a fully charged combust online. Otherwise, just use a clone.
Yeah, but the beauty about having empowered smoke on Force Burn is that you can just easily mix it up to what you want it to be. So you can turn that smoke that you already inhaled back out into more empowered smoke. Ooh, I like the TP there.
Yeah.
See, I saw the vision.
Me too. I thought he was gonna try to go for an up B kill or something.
Wildcat is just trying to get back on stage and trying to find something to take the second stock off of this vicious lion.
Man, he's not hitting these
there it
is.
is.
He hits one right there.
No!
Why? Excuse me.
That's unfortunate. He jumped right into the hands of the lion.
I practically heard his heartbeat. It was 150 BPM. You never want to be at that point.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Wow, run back city here.
The funny thing about Rockwall is that every person will say that this is their character's best stage, and that just shows you how volatile it is in general.
Yep.
Already.
Fidel's not missing these fire ramped up strongs. Whoa! I got deceived there for a second. I thought that was just a stock for a moment.
Oh, manages to catch us both Force Burns at the same time. One ledge hug. Which? Oh no!
I just said what?
Oh no!
My God!
Suddenly, all this momentum that we saw Monkai have to start off the set is slipping away. Well, tries to get the bear, not going to be able to find it.
My goodness, it's like every attack that Monkat is dishing out is just magnetizing away from Fidel. No. Man, 3 Edgehogs in a row. That hurts. That really, really hurts.
You hate to see it end that way all 3 times.
That's wild. And you don't see Edgehogs in Rivals too often because of how busted recoveries can be. And yet, here we are. 3 in a row. That's a blow to the soul right there. Because Monkat, he almost had Fidel's number in the first game. Like everything he was doing. I mean, granted, he back airs way too much, but he had him. He had him running for a moment. I guess it just wasn't to be. Fidel moves on and winners. Welcome to the feast, ladies and gentlemen.
Sorry about the dead silence. Our next set is gonna go ahead and be NeoSxlvr versus Concept of Death.
Oh, love seeing Concept.
Previously, when NeoSxlvr was here, we used to see him on the Claren, but this time around, rocking the Olympia tonight.
Oh yes, he did tell me he was switching to Olympia. Oh, that's gonna be nice to see. Like being the closest thing to a what's the word I'm looking for? Being the closest thing to a zoner might put I put him on the back foot, but let's see. Because a lot of people also say that Olympia is busted, and yeah, I agree. I have to agree. I started playing her, and like a week in, I was just winning games. I had no chances of winning otherwise. Like Rano's easy now. That's how busted Olympia feels.
Yeah, Olympia is a really strong character. I know for a fact that I was looking forward to her because sometimes I do get a little bit tired of playing Zetter, especially when I'm constantly being bombarded with Shine is so stupid.
Oh,
I mean, I'm not gonna deny it isn't stupid, it really is. But it does get kind of frustrating hearing that every time. But hey, tis the life of the spacey man.
The freest buttons in the game versus the freest buttons in the game. Let's go. I can't talk. I'm a dual Zetter Ollie player too. Call me carried, I dare.
I mean, hey, Olympia feels really nice to play.
Right. Yeah.
So can you really blame anybody for playing as her?
Nah. Also, don't forget to toggle spectator. I don't think you did that last time.
I keep forgetting that that's a thing, though.
Me too.
Thank you, developers.
Me too. I wish it was bigger. I don't know why it's so off to the side like that. There we go. Yeah, I think that's why Moncats was at 70 last game.
Yeah, I'm glad they did add the spectator thing. It's just the question of how long is it gonna take me to remember that it exists.
Right. I think they should add like a checkbox to make it like, okay, remember to keep it a spectator.
Yeah, that would be nice to have.
But they did say that they're revamping lobbies in the next update, so who knows? Maybe I'm just talking out my ass right now. Maybe they already added it. Man, I don't see Ollie Fleet a lot. Then again, that's probably because I don't see Fleet a lot. So
yeah, you know what? I was a big hater of Fleet at first, but you know what? I forgive her. Mystery Soul cooks with that character.
Okay. I thought you were going into like it's because she got nerfed little thing there.
I mean, kinda, but even after the nerfs, Mystery Soul is really pushing the character, and you can just see how strong she can be.
Speaking of pushing up, we're pushing into game 1 here. Going back to Jules Vale, I think we're gonna see this stage a lot tonight. But
hey, Jules Vale isn't Renner's favorite stage for a reason. It was True in Rivals 1, and it might just still be True in Rivals 2.
And I missed that game. I wish I gave that game a proper chance.
Hey, you at least made custom colors for it.
That's true. Ooh, what a read. You know, you can hate Olympia all you want. She's fun to watch. What?
Ooh, that up B almost connected there for a concept.
Ooh, got him in the eye. Almost got him in the iframes there. Ooh, nice read from concept.
Ooh, interesting that Neo decided to go for back throw there.
Honestly. Now to play the game of who gets the first stock first, and it will be to Concept. I call him Concept dead for nothing.
Yeah, but NeoSxlvr just needs literally anything to hit the stocks.
Yep.
Oh no!
Oh, yeah,
wait, hold on.
Wait, no.
Rat trick coming out and play.
He got him. Nice.
It sets back off stage, but manages to get back. Probably tried to go for a down strong there, but not able to get it out in time.
Oh. Concept just barely making it back there. That was like an edge hog away from being over. Or for Concept stock.
Oh, for a moment I thought Forte was actually about to do it there, but reverse, they're finally taking that first stop for Neo.
Let's thank God that they didn't decide to give Ollie any kill throws. My goodness, that would have been busted.
Yeah, Considering how strong the rest of her kit is and how well she translated from Rivals 1 to Rivals 2, yeah, she didn't need a kill throw. She's fine as she is.
Right.
God, Ollie with a kill throw, Jesus, now I can't unimagine that.
Honestly.
A good parry.
Ooh, nice parry from Neo.
Hot potato gets sent to back to concept of depth. Neo trying to extend this combo some more. Concept
Whiffed the up tilt, the up air there. I thought that was for sure that was gonna hit.
Ooh, nice setup. Back to even stock count here. You know, if you think about it, it doesn't even matter about the percents. This is basically even.
Yep. Wow, what a parry!
Just need like a couple of good up air chains away, and just I say that only able to get one off there. Okay.
Nice. Turn around crystal. I don't see that a lot. Might be it.
Never mind. I was about to say.
Close. Yeah, close. Yeah, 93 to 98. My goodness.
Out of my way. I'm late for class.
And early on, it was really looking like Concept had that set there, but Neo brought it back.
Yeah, just had to slow down a little bit and prepare to play a bit more grounded to parry some of these projectiles, because you know we both know that Concept loves to get that wind chime off.
Oh yes, yeah, they love wind chime. Like any chance they get, they don't care that their ammo's quickly depleting. They just want to hear the funny sound effects.
Indeed, indeed. We're going straight back to Julesville again.
Get used to it. Anyways, going into game 2.
Non-Julesville lovers in shambles.
Yep, here we go. Yeah, you're gonna see this a lot, folks. A lot of ollie juggles. I actually have a clip of myself basically getting a ladder combo in, and I titled it "Close Enough. Welcome back, Smash 4 KO." Ooh, what a dash!
I can see the parallels, to be honest.
Yeah.
Ooh, the down strong gonna briefly catch Neo, but able to bounce back, gets the parry, doesn't matter. Wind chime back on, and Neo's just stuck here. They're sending the wrong way for Concept.
Oh, that might cost them. Yep, that cost them the stock. Unfortunate. Concept makes the trade. One thing I'm noticing Neo not doing is that they're not interrupting the crystal as much as I've seen other always do it. They just let it go like the full distance. Example, but you see what I saw what I mean earlier though, yeah?
Yeah, I mean, it can be a little bit difficult to just like preemptively get yourself to hit the B button again if you want to shorten the range of how far you're sending out crystal, especially if you haven't played Ollie in Rivals 1 at all.
That's true, that's very true.
But for the people that did play Ollie and are fine with her in Rivals 2, they're like, this is nothing to me.
Right. And this is coming from somebody who. Funny you mention that because I did not play Rivals during the workshop update, even though I really wanted to. But I gravitated to Ollie relatively quickly. I learned her with 2 controllers, which is a weird experience that I'll talk about.
Oh my goodness, hold on!
Oh, the juggles! Just the back air blues. I can't pretend that's not the funnest thing to do with Ollie, though.
No, you're not wrong. Back air is a very satisfying move to hit, but oh no, Neo going a bit too deep there.
Oh, that hurts. But
Concept hoping to be able to find a good opening off of this, but yeah, Neo just gonna sit there and plot and wait, able to connect with that up air.
Concept not being afraid of being in the crystal's range there. I think at any point in that entire scuffle, Neo could have easily crystallized them.
Yeah, I agree.
Especially love that Neo is using like the crystal dash to like get the
Ooh,
like mix up the
jeez.
movement a lot. My goodness. Game 2 to Neo.
Out of my
Yeah,
way.
Neo
For class.
Neo just forcing Concept off of his home stage essentially.
Pretty much.
We got the true Dungeons of Aether interaction with Olympia being pissed at Fleet.
Well, technically, I guess Julesville could be Olympia's stage 2 because she is. Wait, is she playable? No, she's not playable. I don't know what I'm talking about. Going into game 3. We're going into game 3. We are now on Treetop.
I feel like Aetherian Forest is another one of these like volatile stages. But you can kind of see like which characters really truly do benefit from the stage more than others.
Yeah, especially with how small the blast zones are in this
That
stage.
should,
overall.
yep.
As I say that. Nice use of the super armor there. Ooh. Down strong to read the recovery. Now Neo's gonna have to be a little more careful doing the side Bs there.
Yeah, side B is definitely one of those addicting moves on Olympia that you know that people go for because you can just get so much off of it.
Yeah, I'm guilty of this too.
Concept trying to also make use of his side Bs.
Projectile. I hate that. I hate that that's a thing, but I understand why it has to exist. Just throw a projectile.
It's caught by the crystal, and yeah, that should be it. Once again, never mind. Concept with some amazing DI, but is not able to grab the ledge.
Maybe they were holding down. That looked weird. Because it looked like they really should have grabbed the ledge there. Much like how that crystal shouldn't have hit. This is a weird game.
Concept trying to set something up here. Alright.
Yep.
Oh, Neo forced to go backwards. Doesn't get the nair to continue to edge guard, and now.
Yeah, whiffing the forward strong there too. That would have probably got him the game. Oop. Nice.
Back air. Oh, tries to call up the option with fair.
Whoa!
Forward strong,
Yeah.
not gonna do it just yet.
Oh!
And yeah, that'll do it.
SapphireGD into forwarder. 3-0 for Neo.
I'm late for
run.
class.
Glad to see that the Switch is doing them well, though.
I mean, hey, sometimes we realize what characters are made for us and what characters weren't.
Yeah.
But yeah, Neo is gonna take that 3-0. Concept had some really good edge guards against Neo, because one of the biggest things that it is kind of a weakness per se, but one of the biggest things about Olympia's recovery is that it's just full of mix-ups, right? And if you manage to catch all of the mix-ups, then that's a dead rat.
Right.
And Concept was doing such a great job at just catching each of these mix-ups, and unfortunately ends up flubbing a lot of them.
Yeah, I think it really crumbled by the time when they whiffed that forward strong on the last stock there. I think that's when it really started falling apart. Unfortunate, but it's the way the cookie crumbles.
Indeed, and alright. Up next, we're gonna go ahead and take a trip down to losers where we have Retro Duck versus Sapphire. I think a lot of people might be surprised to see Sapphire in losers so early, but that's because he actually ended up losing to Neo early on in winners.
Yep. And, hold on a second, I just need to check something. Oh no. Oh dear. I think StarGG is down.
Please,
I hope it's not.
Please don't be down.
Yo!
There's no way.
Yo! How does that happen?
It's taking a bit to refresh for me. Retro Duck is saying he can see it.
Oh no, yeah.
Wait,
everyone or justme.com just reported it.
Wait, okay, I was able to refresh. Okay. We might still be alive. Just a little bit.
Hell. I hope somebody screenshotted the bracket. Somebody actually, yes, please. Somebody screenshot the bracket. Oh man, that is wild. It's taking a while to reload for me too. I hope this isn't a DDoS attack. That would be
that
very
would suck.
stupid.
Yeah.
That would be very stupid. They didn't give Microsoft a chance, so we're taking them out. Oh! We're living. Alright. Ah, that was wild. I think something must have overloaded, because that was scary.
StarGG is a perfect site with absolutely no flaws whatsoever. Lie.
Right. One time when I was, I think it was in one of the last streams that I did when I was casting, I checked, like I did that thing where I hovered over the tab just to see how much memory is being used. It told me 1.3 gigs of RAM. I didn't even know a website can take that much resources until then.
Surely there's nothing in comparison to having 10 million Chrome tabs open.
Eesh. Imagine having a 10 million StarGG tabs open.
Oh no. Now that's just asking for punishment at that point.
The oxygen in your room will be replaced by carbon by the end of the first 5 minutes of you trying to even attempt that. Please load the bracket. Start, please. SapphireGD.
Alright, but just in case things do go haywire again, grab a screenshot of that bracket.
Yeah, I'm doing it now. And we're good. Retro Duck. I don't think I've heard of this.
Remind myself to toggle spectator because I gotta remember that's a thing that exists now.
Yeah.
But anyway, last week Sapphire getting second place in the Feast 22, only losing to Fidel and the Zeta Ditto.
Yep.
So again, very, very shocking to see him down in loser so early.
Yeah, who knocked him out?
Neo did.
Oh wow.
I do know a lot. I have heard and seen a lot of Zeta mains complain about the Olympia matchup. And I know it may seem hard now, but trust me, the matchup is even.
Yeah. I mean, I feel it. I mean, there was a point in time where I just did not like doing the Ollie Ditto, so I picked Zetter as a counter pick. And I'd have to agree, it is even. You just really need to space yourself in certain instances.
Yeah, that matchup in particular is a lot about spacing, and so is this matchup here, where we have Zetaburn versus Loxodon. Another matchup where spacing is key.
Yep. Tell me, chat, which character do you hate more in this scenario here?
I can smell the Zetter hate coming.
Yeah.
Let's. Oh,
What a
wow!
clean
What a
first
quick
stock.
stop to start things off. Retro Duck turning up the heat already.
Yep. Oh, they're playing like this now. Okay. Okay, Retro. Yeah, you just.
I mean,
stand up
hey,
on this
when
bitch.
you're Loxodon and you've got a lion with an insane frame 2 button that can cover you everywhere, what else can you do but sit in the corner and jab and take ledge?
Yep. Actually checked the note board earlier, like the patch note board, and that's like the one complaint that I've seen unanimously across the entire board. That killed? Wow.
Loxodon is floaty, and that's a fact that sometimes even I forget that he's floaty for a
Yep.
heavy.
Oh,
Oh
yeah.
no!
The Wi-Fi special. It's fully charged. Fully charged. Lock strong. Call it the Wi-Fi special because it just always works, without fail. I think it was actually done at what's that local called? Or sorry, not local, regional. Was it Heatwave? Oh no, Hitfall. It was done at Hitfall. It was the funniest thing ever.
Sapphire able to get the parry there, but not able to immediately scoop Retro Duck off that ledge, and it's a stage combo going, not able to finish off the stock fair. Still not gonna do it just quite yet. Probably
Ooh,
tried
I
to
saw-
go for a shine there, but not able to get it, and Retro Duck whiffing that dare there.
Yep.
Retro Duck is actually a Rivals 1-4's main. Coming up
gotta
here
see it.
playing Loxodon, and you know, I don't blame him for playing as other characters. Ooh, wow. Sapphire able to sneak in a down strong in that string right there. Back air, not gonna kill just yet. But yeah, I don't blame Retro Duck for playing a different character other than Forsman, because I do remember when I first tried out Forsman, I didn't like him.
Yeah, fair enough.
Oh no! Oh
Whoa.
no!
I didn't even see him get the charge there. When I saw the lava pool.
You're unworthy of pasta.
I love that they added that line.
He's wrong, by the way. You are worthy of pasta.
Right.
I sent that as like the hook for advertising tonight's feast, and somebody was like, "That's the most wholesome thing I've heard today." I was like, "That's so funny." I'm glad I could make that person's day.
Right.
Alright, where are we going here for game number 2? Here, Sapphire.
Okay.
Ooh, trying to take a risk with Rockwall.
Yep. This will either be the most intense match of the night or the most exhausting. Cast your votes today, folks. Listen, it's not that I don't like the matchup. I don't like Loxodon. Anyways, but going into game 2. So Sapphire wants this.
Yeah, I think Sapphire just wanted a stage that not only he could suffocate Loxodon on, but he could also kill him a lot quicker.
Ooh. Sapphy tried to read that with a parry, but it just did not go through.
He gets sniped a bit by that up special coming up.
Yep.
They're gonna whiff.
Nope, no charges. Okay, he was smart enough to not.
Yeah,
try it.
Sapphire raising. Okay, I gotta wait a little bit. If I see this elephant with magma online and they're charging as strong, I gotta wait a little bit. I don't want to get caught by the same thing 3 times in a row. But back air gonna go ahead and take that first stock off of him for Retro Duck.
Nice. You don't see anybody go for like the first parry. They always parry the second hit. Oh, what a string. That's the annoying thing in the matchup when you're playing Zetterburn. Fireball just doesn't work. in the neutral anymore. You have to wait for like the three whiff flag frames that you have in the against locks.
Oh, again, Sapphire not opting to go for down strong there. I don't think he realizes that once he gets that parry off a retro duck, he can just go straight in and down strong him off that ledge.
See, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I've seen oh, there it is again, and I've seen Zetas like Sophie do this a lot.
Nope, no lava, buddy. Oh.
Yeah, Retro Duck is just trying his best to keep Sapphire out, and it doesn't work as the shine up strong comes in.
$5 say they go to Fire Capital after this. Ooh, I saw the vision. They're trying to dunk him off while they were going on the aggressive. Wow, that whiffed. Nice.
Counter pick working out in Sapphire's favor there.
Yeah.
He's on the board.
Alright, it's retros. Oh wait, no, yeah, it's retros. Banning Tempest, interesting. And Hodojo? What is he planning here?
Well, looks like Aetherian Forest coming up here for game number 3.
I'm down $5. Going into Treetop for Aetherian Forest, and I'm not calling it that.
No, I don't blame you. We're so used to like Forest Floor and Treetop Lodge, and it's basically both stages in one.
Yeah, fair enough. I think the only like name change that I agree with is Godai Delta.
Yeah, I think it's because of like it's if you really paid attention to Rivals 1 story mode, which let's be honest, not a lot of people probably did. You'll recognize the name Godai. But anyway, we're not in the Delta. We're up in the treetops right now as relatively even stocks right now.
Yep. Oh, and the first stock goes to a very satisfying back here to up strong. This match was cathartic for me, I'm sorry. This is going by so quickly. As I say that, oh goodness, the spaghetti.
Yeah, Retro Duck's just trying to get rid of this line and manages to do so, catching that flip. Also, I am once again reminding people that Zetter's normal down special flip is not a pity flip. Because we gotta stop spreading misinformation on the internet. Oh no! Sapphire, where are you going? Okay.
Oh, I hate that. That was definitely a misinput. Fidel in the chat going true.
What's crazy is that I made a whole chart and everybody's like, this isn't going to change the fact that people are still going to call normal flip pity flip. I was like, I'm just trying to help, guys. Please,
I mean,
please
coming
just
from
take
Melee,
it.
where terminology just gets flipped on its head on the used to go on the daily, what even happened there?
I think Sapphire was trying to spike Retro Duck down into the blast zone, but overextended way too much.
Whoops.
And ended up losing his jump for it.
Yep.
Or fast fall. Either way.
Ooh.
Force strong not gonna do it, but Retro Duck gotta be careful here.
Nice
And never mind, the fire's gone.
Ooh, got him in the shield drop. Ah, what even happened there? Oh, Sapphire's getting greedy. Retro Duck's on the offensive again.
Oh, never mind.
What a catch on the roll.
The two shines to put in fear and then the up strong to take the stock.
Yep. One funny thing about this stage that just can't leave my mind is how the stage used to look in the pre-release builds. Because the middle platform just looked like it looked comically long. Like you know how it's supposed to be like attached to something on the top end.
Yeah.
The camera back then was so bad, like it always zoomed out whenever both characters were on either side of the stage. So you just see the platform and the freaking vine going straight to space.
Huh, I never caught that.
It was hilarious. Yeah, look up like the Genesis 10 footage, and you'll know what I mean. And you also see how freaking busted Crag used to be. But going into game 3 here, going to Fire Capital. Someone owes me somebody owes me $5. Wow, going low.
You know, it makes sense that RetroDuck would want to go to Fire Capital just for a little bit of longevity here.
Yeah.
But also,
I
if I'm being so honest, this stage, either this stage or Aramata can go when we start adding more stages and rotating some out.
Oh yeah, I forgot to confirm that. I'm just afraid we'll get an FD. Because as much as past me wanted an FD, modern me is like, there's already so much we can't deal with. Removing platforms will just make them worse.
Yeah. Ooh, the tusk not quite gonna kill yet.
Ooh, a little early on the parry there.
Yeah, Magnet Claws. I'm not gonna deny. Zetter does have Magnet Claws.
It's the fire amp, I tell you.
Oh, Meepo almost caught that flip there. Managed to get that jump.
Nice spacing.
Yeah, nice spacing and read there from RetroDuck.
Honestly, when Retro went for Fire Capital, I expected them to be a lot more campy. Yeah, here we are. As soon as I say that, they start freaking doing the pop stall there, and we're back. Why was it the ledge grab limit anyway?
Oh god.
This is freaking ridiculous.
I hope the meta doesn't progress so much to the point where we need a ledge grab limit. But then again, we are starting to see like more players incorporating hacks dashing at ledge.
Oh yeah. I'm so happy that's in the game now. Although I still can't get over that chillin' dashing from the game, and I found this out completely by accident. And I have not seen a single Zeta Baron actually take advantage of it, which makes sense. It is very awkward.
Enlighten me. What is a chillin' dash exactly? Ooh, Retro trying to catch Sapphire there. With the
Chillin' dash is when you.
Go ahead.
Chillin' dash is when you. Ow. Chillin' dash is when you're running off stage and you shine at the last possible moment, and you carry your momentum. You basically slide float across. I don't think there's any practical.
Oh, that.
Like
okay.
This. I don't think there's any practical use for it in a game like this because Zetaburn can already get around pretty fast. But
Yeah, he
maybe
can.
I'm wrong.
From what I had slightly experimented with, I tried ledge grabbing with Chillin' Dash, but then again, it's not really worth it. But either way, last stock situation, RetroDuck staring at loser side stock.
You saw that reverse B there? That was clean. Yep, forward air. Ooh, just barely missed the spike.
Yeah, RetroDuck does not want to go down there at all. Wants to try and maintain as much space as possible to get this stock off this line and takes the game 5. Oh, fireball online. They're gonna whiff, and that's gonna do it.
Yep. Sapphire moving on. 3-1. Honestly, that first That first match there made me worried that this match was going to be a snooze fest, but they brought it back when they went to Treetop.
Yeah, Treetop, I'd like to argue is a pretty good stage for all the fire characters in 2, as it definitely was a good stage for all the fire characters in 1.
Yeah. Especially the merch how much Retro Duck was stalling in Merchant Port. I thought we were gonna see a basically like a parallel to that in this game, but no, it was pretty fun. Shout out to
Indeed,
Retro Duck for
indeed. What do we
breaking
have
the
for our
floaty
next set?
stereotypes. I think
For
this is
Clock.
another new face here.
Yeah, in
Mu-
the meantime, we've got Moxito going on a bit of a run there, and losers have we have that and Concept of Death off stream because it's Fleet Raster.
mm,
I don't
just
think I've seen Fleet Raster much, if not at all, but yeah, I can imagine the suffering on both sides.
me too. I don't think I've seen
That's
this.
just the way of the air characters, unfortunately. Oh yeah, you know what I also remembered is that you don't have to leave lobbies and make new ones to get people to join again.
Oh yeah, but I mean it's I feel like it's better this way anyways because I mean not everybody's from the same region, so
Yeah.
at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. Not unless they add like what they should have done is that they should have added a button to make it so you can change the server on the fly, so you didn't have to make a new one. But hey, one miracle at a time. They're a small indie company, guys. Well, I am really curious to know how they're going to handle the new competitive season here. With all that Ludwig money.
Yeah, this is the thing that a lot of people have been waiting for is R2CS, myself included.
Right. You think we're gonna actually get like a season finale event, or are we just gonna ride the back off Genesis like we always do?
Fingers crossed that we do, and that Ludwig and his team do come up with something.
Right.
But if not, then hey, Genesis has always been the greatest ending for a lot of seasons.
That's true. That's very, very true. Plus, Rivals doesn't really have a lot of like game exclusive events, does it?
No, not really.
Like it only has like Hitfall and Heatwave, and those are like aren't. I don't even know how tournaments are like dictated. Like, do you guys call them? Do you guys call them majors?
Yeah, what we consider them majors.
Okay.
But sometimes the best majors are the ones that are grassroots.
Nice. Ain't that the truth? Hey.
Alright, there we go. Lobby's all queued up.
Yep. Yeah, see what I mean? Chicago. The last one was in Ashburn. This would have been a travesty. Ah, thank goodness. I don't think I've seen Muxedo. Is he another new one?
No, I've seen Moxito around before.
Okay.
Really strong raster. Which also, you also don't see
What?
many rasters nowadays because the devs don't know what they want his slipstream to be.
Yeah. Wait, NeoSxlvr and Monkads. Where are we? Oh, I am very blind. I thought we were doing Concept versus Mux first. I'm sorry.
No, those two are playing off stream because I can imagine the pain of raster
Okay.
Raster
fair
Fleet.
enough. Okay. Fair enough, fair enough. Forceburn Olympia, speaking of pain.
Wait a minute, why is Neo here?
Yeah, like what? It's... should we... What do we do? Oh, he stopped everything.
I didn't even notice. I was like, wait a minute. Why is there an Olympia in the lobby?
Olympia jump scare.
Rat jump scare.
Right. Oh, that was supposed to be Saf. Whoops. Yeah, this is very confusing. I'm confused. Oh, I see what happened. Okay. Okay, yep. Alright. But I'm not the only one who got all topsy-turvy there.
Yeah, bit of misconfusion in the Discord chats, but we got it solved now.
Sweet.
Alright, there we go. Now we actually have both players for real this time.
Alright, cool. Yeah, because this will be Moncads versus Saf. If I'm not mistaken.
Yep, it indeed is, and we've got even more Brothers Burn.
Alright, cool.
For a moment, I actually was thinking that I would be able to dual main these guys again in Rivals 2, but I was like, nah.
Yeah, fair. Plus, there's all that talk about how Forceburn, quote-unquote, lost his identity.
I hate that so much. Don't even get me started.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What do you think?
As somebody that was a Force main in Rivals 1, yes, I understand that smoke you can just instantly clear in Rivals 2, right? That's not the case in 1. It takes a bit and then you can clear it. That doesn't mean don't use the tool, right?
Right.
There are still other ways that you can deceive your opponent with smoke.
That's very true.
This is the whole thing that I'm getting is that everybody likes to like double jump, clone, dare, bear, neutral, right? Or they're just cape in neutral, which we which we aren't seeing at all from Moncad.
That is true. We break stereotypes here at the feast.
That is true, but yeah,
Our Loxes actually engage. Our Force Burns don't use cape and neutral.
but the strong start that Moncad had immediately reversed by Sapphire is able to take the first stock right under his nose.
Oh, you forgot to start streaming. Oh, I'm
Oh,
blind.
my bad. Yeah, I had the minor technical difficulties. Apologies, everybody. But
I just have to chat. Alright, here we go.
yeah, so far, really close back and forths here from both players. Nice fastball.
You gotta deceive.
And it's all that's all a part of the deception.
Right. Uh-oh.
And yeah, honestly, I could go on and on about that whole note board thread, but I'm not going to.
Fair enough.
Both players keeping it really close here. Good on Sapphire to kind of overshoot there, just in case Moncad was able to stay on that ledge and get the ledge hog. But
very true.
well, calling that the correct force burn, and that's Sapphire taking game 1.
Yeah. God. Alright. Sorry about that, folks. That was very scary. The stream dropped connection for a second.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there, but we are back. Hopefully everybody is also back. We apologize.
Oh boy. Yeah, I was checking the stream for a split second. It's not extremely stable on my end. That's why you hear me go through like these long pauses, because I'm just crossing my fingers that I don't crash out. But I've been good for the most part here.
Sapphire being a good homie, making sure Wonkat checks in. He forgot to check in.
Oh shit, okay.
Yeah, no worries. We got that all resolved. Both players here to just have a good time.
Yep.
You know, and I know everybody else in bracket is here to have a good time.
Oh shit, hold on a second. Because it says here that Monka got DQ. Let me fix that real quick.
Oh, I got that already.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yep, we're all good to go.
Okay. They really gotta fix auto refresh on this thing. Because I see things that happen that just don't happen, etc. Everything good in the hood? What's going on?
I think Sapphire was just waiting for Monkat to check in again, but they are both good to go. Yeah, just trying to make sure game 1 gets reported.
Okay.
Sorry about the delay, folks. We should be getting right back into it momentarily. Here we go.
Alright, Rockwall. I like to imagine that they were scrambling to like get the show running, so it was like, Rockwall! Don't worry, fellas, it's all good. Very standard neutral. Woohoo! The shine spike to fill up the percentage.
Well, not able to get that second first that time around. Monkat tries to get things started with the reverse there. Not gonna be able to find too much off of it. Oh, Warstrong gonna whiff.
Ooh. Ledge dash into the ledge dash into up tilt is a very interesting like tactic from Monkats. I'm not familiar with force burn. Too familiar with force burn, I should say. So I'm not sure what the alternative would have been besides shielding.
Oh, never mind.
Oh, that was the real one.
Yeah, that was the real one that time.
You hate to see it. Alright. Oop, it's the back air.
Yeah, good awareness there on Monkat to just TP to stage, but it might just cost him a bit here. He's able to sneak back on, up tilt. Gets off. Tries to keep Sapphire in the corner and is successful.
Nice. Again with the risky full charge.
Oh, catches the special get up. Monkat
Up with 9%.
Never mind. Goodbye, Super Conan. Goodbye, Monkat.
Yep.
Oh, gets the weight, but grabs the wrong direction. Still doesn't matter. Here comes the up air change to Sapphire. And Monkat responding with the fury of back airs again.
Hit him with the cape in neutral.
tries to
Back
back
to
into
pussies.
smoke a little bit
Ooh.
to try and play a bit more carefully, but not gonna work. Sapphire whiffing the grab again. It's the
Ooh,
low,
what a
but
lead.
the ledge dash means nothing. Sapphire catching it goes up 2-0.
Yeah. I can't say I didn't expect it. They were ledge dashing a bit much there, especially in the ladder stocks. But he put on a show, running it back to Rockwall here. Interesting choice. But I see the vision.
I think Moncat is confident that he can get these early kills with like Bear and Dare on Zetter.
Right.
Especially since both of these characters are the same weight.
I didn't know that. I should really keep a notebook.
Yeah, there was one patch where they decided to make Forsberg the same weight as Zetter because, and the reasoning was, and I quote, because he wanted to be like his brother.
Was that really in the notes?
Yeah, but unlike his brother, one of them is down stock, the other with a strong lead so far on Rockwall.
Societal oppression is real, folks. Anyway.
Yeah, I was going to say in response to Moncat just kind of ledge dashing a lot, and I get it's like one of the go-to things to do in this game, especially if you're like super familiar with melee and all of that, right? But
Yeah.
one of the other options that you have access to and is like wall jumping and then wave landing back on stage instead of doing that ledge dash to kind of throw timings off a little bit. Good there, and that'll do it.
Like a scar jump? Scar jump is when you let go of the ledge frame, the next frame, and then you wall jump.
I suppose kind of like that, but my thinking was more so of like Rivals 1 recovery and all that.
Oh, I see.
There are some aspects of Rivals 1 recovery that can still apply to your recovery mix-ups in Rivals 2.
I see what you're saying now.
So what Moncat could do is like do wall jump Bear to get back on stage instead of trying to go for ledge dash every single time. But as I say that, he's sitting here on his last stock, and unfortunately the fire is still bright, shining on him. Gets caught on fire, and that's a 3-0 in Sapphire's favor.
Yep. Ironic, the fire takes out the smoke. I'm so lame. Anyway. Yeah, Sapphire was adapting pretty quickly to Moncat's like little approaches there. Anytime he was on ledge dash. Anytime in neutral. Even at the end there, they were relying on down air a lot, which was very interesting.
I mean I don't blame Moncat. It's like Dare's a really good move in this game, and so is Bear, and that's why a lot of Forsbergs do abuse it a lot. But we did see Moncat also mix those two moves in with the rest of his normals, and that truly is how you play Forsberg. But congrats to Moncat on getting fit. Sapphire moving on to face Muxedo. We've got a roster in top 4, folks.
Here we go. Let's see if they can make it to the top. As far as I'm aware, this Raster Zetterburn is not a fun matchup for the Raster.
It's usually not fun for either if it's a really good Raster.
That's true. There's just some matchups in this game that you really need to work for. Mainly characters like maybe Rano or Claren. But I've been seeing in a lot of like recent tier lists that Raster has just been on the decline.
I still think he's up there, but maybe that's just me.
Yeah, but
It might just be my Rivals 1 bias.
Yeah, because I've been seeing in a lot of like recent tier lists that Raster's been dropping down to like somewhere like B, and I get it. It's just crazy.
I
to
don't
think
know about B. That sounds like a little much.
Yeah. Then again, those tier lists are done with like pro player input, so we know how players like Marlon are super biased against against Raster. I actually read that the reason why he dropped him was because he just became too redundant and boring, and I get it.
And yeah, you know what? Come to think of it, we have been losing like a lot of Rasters actually.
Yeah, maybe the sentiment's starting to like grow or something. I don't know.
Because Mr. R doesn't play the game anymore and started playing Ollie. BioBurb we don't see play much and has been playing Rano actually.
That's funny. That's hilarious, actually. Does that mean we have to start calling him Windows again?
Maybe. You know what I just realized? we have Bird who plays Rano, and then we have BioBurb who also plays Rano now. What is this deception? This isn't Forsburn.
In some parts of the world, there is a species of bird that eats frogs.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, up next we got our winners finals match. We got Fidel, we got NeoSxlvr. This is the matchup that a lot of Zedek mains are probably gonna tune into and try and figure out, alright, what the heck am I supposed to do against this punch rat?
Right. Yeah, I'm gonna have to lock in for this one. Neo really did sweep through here. My goodness.
Yeah, Ollie again, really strong character. I think a lot of people are just waiting for what's the first Tuesday?
Wait, I just realized. Hold on. I think most. Okay, no, never mind. I thought for a second that I saw that Neo was playing nothing but Zedders, but no, they just played Sapphire.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are waiting for like the May 6th for just nerfs to Ollie.
Is that the next? That's when the next patch is coming out.
Yep, that is. Actually, no. Is it first Tuesday or first Wednesday?
Oh, I don't know.
Either way, they'll release like mid-month patches on Tuesdays. Yeah, it's May 6th. I apologize.
Okay.
There's like
Okay.
the patches are all on Tuesdays, and then the character releases have all been on Wednesdays.
Right. Okay. See, I didn't even notice that. I don't know though. I'm not feeling too confident because they had their chance to actually like put out a balance patch in the last mid-month, and we basically got nothing. And all the characters are still haven't been changed, so I have reason to be concerned, is what I'm trying to say.
That is a completely fair assessment, especially when I think a lot of people don't like the two characters that we're looking at on screen as. Oh my God, Fidel! What the Fidel?
Right, what is happening? I don't even know that could be done. You don't see chain grabs like that often.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen a chain grab on Zedder at all.
Well, they did say that being the fastest follower in the game would lead to wacky shit, so here we are.
Yes. Apparently Rano can just Dacus Olympia 5 times.
Yeah, I saw that too. I'm so glad we have no Ranos here. In fact, I haven't seen a Rano player in this tournament in a while. Crossing my fingers, that'll be forever. But hey,
we had Ranos win the feast a little while ago. Trying to figure out who that is.
Again.
But in the meantime, Neo's struggling a little bit
just
here.
The answer here.
Yeah, J-Mac was the last person to win a feast with Rano. Ooh,
Another fair to close it out.
Gonna do it. Okay, gets the crystallization fair. Gonna do it.
Oh, nice. I think there's still a crystal there. Alright, now you just need to not get hit by another grab.
Oh,
and
no!
I can't say that. Whoa! Just far enough away so that didn't hit. Sounds like this that I wish spot dodging actually did something in this game.
Hey, it does something if you're a locksman.
Right.
That is the locksman on neutral button right there.
You're not wrong.
Oh, good weight there by Fidel, but Neo intercepting with the dare.
Oh, but they
Not
got
there,
the,
down
they
tilt.
got the up tilt spike, the up air spike. Still don't know why that's a thing, but I find it funny. One thing I've been doing a lot is
okay.
Alexia.
Oh, good weight, but
Is that
that
gonna kill?
up strong not
No.
gonna kill just yet.
Ooh, I saw the dream there.
Oh, I love the weight there from Neo. Unfortunately, gotta get punished for it, but I saw the vision.
Yeah, me too. At some percentages, side B into up strong is true. I'm surprised they didn't go for it. That would have been a free one right there. One thing I've been doing with Olympia a lot lately is using like after the crystal's destroyed, I like to do like B reversal, because it's like how you can do the same thing with like Raster's side special or Clarin down special after the no fun zones out. You know, it's one of those like funny movement. It's like one of those funny movements. Or like needle
capital.
reversal.
Okay.
Okay, this is gonna be an interesting one.
I would not expect an Olympia to want to go fire capital, but I suppose it makes sense. Neo wants a little bit more room to breathe, especially so he doesn't get chain grabbed.
Yep, here we go. I think the thought process, sadly, also works in Fidel's favor here.
Yeah.
Because with how much flat ground you have here, I mean, you're going to get chain grab. My God.
Did that kill?
Down there just kind of sends you straight up. Down throws just sends you straight up as Olympia. My goodness.
I thought that Neo was gonna be able to live that, but no.
Nice read. Ooh. Yeah, that whiff is gonna cost you. Yep.
Oh, good fade back, but doesn't matter. Fidel able to catch it. Ooh.
Nice spot dodge roll. Ooh.
That should never mind.
Oh.
The nerfs are coming in play there. Unfortunately.
Yep, I saw that. You gotta stop going for it, Neo. We gotta catch on. Interesting. That was like a free F strong.
Yeah, finally finding that first stock, but Fidel with 99% extra credit here on Neo. One shine up strong might just do it since Ollie is the second lightest character in the game behind Raster. That still throws me off, by the way.
Oh, what a parry.
That'll do it, and I hope they fix that, because normally, that should crystallize Ollie if you parry that.
Wait, really?
Yes.
That's funny. I think the reason why they didn't do that is because crystallization only lasts so long, and depending on how far away you are from Ollie, it wouldn't be worth it. So I think it's more of a logistical thing as opposed to a authenticity kind of thing.
I can see that. I guess I just feel like it'd be a little bit more fair if that the pairing crystallization would reflect back onto Olympia. Wow, interesting catch there by Neo to even the stocks back out.
Yep.
But yeah, it's like it's kind of like
Please. What?
Actually, never mind. That's a bad comparison. I was gonna like get Ronald Bubble into that, but then I realized never mind. That's not how that works.
Oh yeah, that's another thing about Ron. I'll talk about it after the set. But oh, they tried going for it. Oh, they keep moving around too much.
Forward fade back to avoid the down strong. Gets the roll read. Up special, not gonna do it quite yet for Neo. Still needs one good opening. Comes the burst option and good weight, not gonna find the fail unfortunately,
Oh,
but Fidel tries to reverse it.
Drift.
Oh, the F stroke barely missing.
And the response for the
Up
crystal.
stroke's the wrong way. Up stroke's still not gonna connect. So tense, and Fidel managing to
Weak
get
of
the
the-
stock.
My goodness. What a hectic last stock there. But hey, the god bleeds. You don't see that a lot.
Indeed, Neo is starting to make these adaptations, and it's catching
I've
Fidel a
never
little bit
seen-
off guard.
I've never seen Fidel on such a back foot here. But yeah, back to what I was saying before about like Rivals 1 to 2 transitions. One like weird detail that I'm surprised they missed is that the stun animation for when you parry
Ronald
side
Tongue.
special. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, oh wait a minute, I want to know what the stun animation looks like for Ronald's side special. It's like, no, it's not there anymore.
Yeah.
Trevor hates fun.
I mean, he's bouncing this game, so that's definitely apparent.
Oh no!
Shine spike.
Early shine spike kill there for Fidel. I can completely understand why Neo wanted to go to Rockwall here, but again, you're playing with a double-edged sword this stage, one of the most volatile in the game. Oh no!
Volatile.
Okay, Neo barely managing to sneak back on there, but gets sent back off immediately after a barrage of shine. Crystal gets popped. Side special almost
I saw
connected
it.
there.
That's not gonna go, is it? Yep. Ah, they sent the crystal out a little too far there. And we're back.
Oh, they're gonna whiff there. Oh no! Tried to
Whoa.
waveline down strong. I see the vision.
Yeah, I saw what happened there. I would have gotten a little confused there too, because I was like they really like no impact landed onto the platform there. Ooh. Rather clean.
Back though, alright.
We're grabbing again. We're grabbing.
Oh,
Oh.
tries to go for a read. Neo able to make it back here. Yes, he is. Good fade back once again.
Grabbing's still good.
It's not gonna be it. Yes!
Yep.
That'll do it.
Yep. NeoSxlvr, some losers. What a way to go out. What a way to be knocked down, I mean. Because Neo hasn't lost a single set in top 8 until now.
I think if Neo manages to claw his way out of losers finals, then we are in for one hell of a grand. That's for
I
sure.
think so. I think so.
Alright, but moving on into the rest of our top 4, we've got Sapphire and we got Muxedo. 9th seed tearing up the losers bracket here, having to go through 2 air character dittos to make it here.
Oh lord.
Yeah, I can't remember the last time I've seen Raster Fleet. Because I know, Thornark does not like the fleet, not like playing fleet as Raster.
I get it. I can't remember the last time I saw Fleet Raster ever.
It's a very, very uncommon, or rather rare matchup to see, considering that the fleet player base is already low and the Raster player base is getting lower.
Yeah. One character you never see played in casual queue, and another character you never see played in casual queue. That's Rivals for you.
Yeah, Mystery Soul is doing God's work with fleet now, ever since Cake dropped her. He is like, I will up B cancel off of a platform because movement, and I will optimize it, and that's exactly what Mystery Soul has done.
Mux just said in chat, you never want to see it. I did you guys a favor off stream. Oh god. Also, hello Dennis. We did not sorry we didn't see you there.
Yeah, hope everybody in chat is doing well, having a fun Friday night. Last Friday of April.
Oh shoot, last Friday of April.
Man, I can't believe a third of the year's almost gone like that.
Yep. My birthday's next month.
Happy early birthday to you.
Appreciate it.
Alright. Julesville starting things off for loser semis. Oh yeah, now I fully remember Muxedo. The Puff and Raster skins are... I like them a lot, especially this one.
I forgot that was in the game, so I was very confused to see it, because like, he's a penguin now? I thought you had a mod or something. Whoa. Interesting response there.
Alright, oh, okay, never mind. They're gonna go ahead and take that first stock off of Muxedo. Historically, this has been known as the air character stage. Oh, wow. The raw Scrawl not gonna be able to kill Sapphire or throw him off in the slightest. Gets the weight.
Oh. Oh.
Has to get that grab on the platform again. Back air. Oh yeah, good catches the special pummel. The one time the one time that Hbox actually did end up playing Raster, which it did take him a while to actually play the character. He got the Raster achievement.
That's funny.
Playing him the first time, so shout out to Hbox on his true character that we all thought he was gonna play, but ended up playing Loxodon.
Yeah, it honestly confused me how long it took him to play the obvious floaty that's based off the character that he plays. And again, Mingo played Raster and Rivals 1, so what do I know?
Yeah. I'm still waiting for the Spangle Raster Salty Sweet, by the way. But anyways, well, catches the
nice.
no-tech there.
Oof.
Ooh, good reversal. I love the turnarounds there from Muxedo while Slipstream is in cooldown. Just to keep the combo going.
Ooh, what a spike.
Tries to get the spike there with up tilt, not gonna miss it. Is that gonna do it? Oh wow!
Yep. Did the eye in right. Gotta be careful on a stage like this.
Yeah, Raster being one of those harder characters to learn, the fact that your DI has to be on point. Or you will die at 40. Alright, we're going to our home turf here. Muxedo saying, step onto the air armada.
Hey.
And I'll take you for a ride.
Here we go. Up air strings. Is he doing that on purpose?
I think Sapphire's just trying to throw out these arrows just to apply a fair bit of pressure to them, but Muxedo is easily realizing he could just easily wait it out. That almost killed. Wow.
And Sweet Spot feels a lot more anticlimactic after the nerfs, but I get it.
They nerf Scraw?
Well, I don't know if they nerfed Scraw or something changed. But I feel like it's still a lot better.
Was that a rollback spike? I don't think it was. Something happened there to Muxedo stock.
Yeah, I saw that too.
And you hate to see it. That's not the character that I was expecting to get pineappled on this stage. Alright, Scraw finally gonna go ahead and take that stock off of Sapphire.
Weak hit fair into up strong there. You don't see that.
Gatling to get things started. He tries to get the grab, mistimes it.
Ooh.
Nice reverse back air. Maybe able to find too much off of it. Oh, catches that with the up tilt.
Nice. Dying up strong. Hate to see it.
Muxedo staring at tournament life here. What can he do to get on the board?
Any dude indeed.
Alright, we're going to go dive for the first time tonight.
It feels kind of weird that we're that Godai's seen this late, especially in a top 8 environment. Okay, standard interactions here.
Slipstream online for Muxedo. Has to wall out with nairs. To be able to do too much here, but both players fighting to keep the stage control.
Nice.
First pair into clap.
Seeing a lot of shine up strongs tonight. Did they make it easier somehow?
Nah, I don't think they did. At least I hope that wasn't the intention when they
Right.
tweaked shine a bit.
Nice. Sweet spot strongs. C-roll is actually doing something in this game. Oh! Ah, dropped it.
That's interesting though. Just the raw up B at a disadvantage.
Yeah, I saw them doing that a lot earlier, but it looked like they were doing it on accident because of how random it was.
Yeah, but Sapphire is one of those people that just wants to be like all-in aggressive, but also tries to wait a little bit to catch your options.
Right. Ooh, speaking of catching options, that ledge grab, almost getting hit by the forward strong there. That would have been a travesty. Oh, speaking of travesties,
Muxedo staring at tournament life here. Final stock. What can he do? Doesn't get the sweet spot clap. Tries to go for another one. Not gonna be able to find it. Back throw. Yep, the tried and true. Coming out from Muxedo when he needs it the most. Now, last stock situation here in this game 3. Surprised?
Juggles.
You know, I can't even be surprised anymore that Sapphire had enough time to get that shine out, but hey.
It's Sapphire.
It's also just Zetter.
Oh, why?
I'm surprised that. Never mind, let me shut up. I was about to say, I'm surprised Sapphire wasn't able to punish that straw attempt, but never mind, the shine up strong is gonna go ahead and do it.
Yep.
And Muxedo's loser's run comes to an end at 4th.
What a run.
That's not the right person.
What a run from Mux. You almost had him. You almost had him in the last game, though.
Yeah, that game 3 was a lot more closer than everything else.
Right.
But now, coming up next, we got a run back from winner's side, Sapphire versus Neo. These two friends
Oh yeah, he knocked
duking
him
it
out
out with
earlier.
each other once more.
Oh, this is gonna be an interesting top 3. Top 4, my bad.
Alright, so we're gonna either get Zed or Ditto again, or we're going to get Zed or Ollie either way. But regardless, there's 3 Zedders, if you think about it, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Now that I think about it, yeah. Get your snuggies ready, folks. Yep, Zetter or Rat.
You got Zedder and then Earth Zedder. Alright, so while we're waiting for Neo and Sapphire to get into the lobby, allow me to enlighten everybody about the Zetterburn trifecta of Zetterburn, Rano, and Olympia. Just think about it. Think about it. If you really think about it, Rano is just water Zetter. and everybody can clearly see how Olympia is Earth Zetter. But there's no air Zetter.
I've said in the past that Rano has a similar game plan to Zetter, but I got shot down on that immediately. Then again, I did say that in the Rivals Discord, and I think everybody's an idiot in that one, so who knows. But I see the vision, though.
Yeah, all 3 of them do have relatively similar game plans with just different tools that can also lead to the same thing, if that makes any sense.
Right. I think Palm will be the next. Will be the air Zetter. Something tells me that something tells me that she will. I could be very wrong, though.
I have questions, huh?
Huh?
How did somebody take the Wendy's like menu thing?
What are you talking about? What happened?
I'm looking at my esports club Discord, and somebody put the Wendy's menu as a free thing that they could take.
Sweet. Sweet, sweet. Oh shit, was that today? Hold on.
I have so many questions. But once again, I hope everybody is having a lovely Friday evening. I do apologize for some of the random disconnects in the stream. Not sure why that's been happening. But if you've been enjoying this stream, please drop a follow on our Twitch channel, and if you're watching off of our YouTube channel tonight, go subscribe to our YouTube for VODs and other future content from the wolfpackfgc esports team. Then coming up for the rest of this weekend, we have our 150th hunt, actually.
Oh shit.
Yeah, almost there to 200. And I was considering that the 100th hunt was about a month ago, near the end of March. So thank you all for your continued support of the hunt, our longest running bracket for Rivals of Aether 1. We will be giving away our team skins for Rivals 1 to commemorate the 150th hunt. Unfortunately, I am not in a good financial position to be giving out money like I usually do for the 25th hunt. So I do apologize, but we do hope you guys enjoy some Wolfpack team skins.
Wolfpack merch when?
It's coming. I promise. Every time I've tried to work on it, something different happens, and now there's like something big that's different happens, and I'm not gonna say what yet, but you'll see. But people will see. There is a big change coming to Wolfpack. But yeah, the merch store, I've definitely been trying to work on it.
Got you, I got you.
Do hope to get that up and running maybe this year or later this year. I don't know when that would be, but fingers crossed.
Oh, the stream?
Yeah.
Hold on, it usually comes back on like 5 minutes. Or sorry, not 5 minutes, 5 seconds. Yeah, we're back.
Yeah, I really do not know what's been going on there. I do apologize. It does feel nice to be able to come back and actually be able to stream Rivals 2 for once.
Right.
Without stuff freezing on my end. Let me tell you, I go to a college that's known for technology, and for a tech college, it's got some awful Wi-Fi, to the point where it will freeze OBS scenes on my end, but the stream output will be completely fine.
I still don't know how that works.
Me neither. Ask my intern president, but we got both players in the lobby finally. Sapphire.
Wait, spectator.
I hit it.
You did? Okay.
Sapphire, taking a little breather before jumping right back into it. Neo, finally back.
I hear that.
But yeah, it does feel good to finally be back to streaming Rivals 2 again. Hopefully able to do that a bit more over the summer.
Right. Hopefully one of these days I'll actually compete in this tournament.
Same.
I've only well, and I never do.
I've only competed in the hunt twice ever. And it's like, oh god, my mind is so wired to Rivals 2 now that going back to Rivals 1 is gonna feel weird. But I think one day I am gonna just go play in both the hunt and the feast.
Right.
Over the summer, we'll see. All right, here we go. Losers finals.
All right. A lot of merchant for today too.
Arizona would be proud of you all for choosing Merchant Port. Shoutouts to Heatwave.
Ah.
All right. So we don't really know what happened in the set earlier between these two that caused Sapphire to lose it, but what we do know is that he's gonna have to play a lot more patient here in this matchup, because again, it is an even matchup, and both of these characters need to be patient with each other to get in their openings.
That is very true.
Nice catch with the up air. Not going to be able to get that sweet spot to kill though.
Yeah, Lord forbid sweet spot actually kill. Ooh, whiff the up. I hate how I both love and hate how it's so easy to whiff now.
Oh, just the crystallization not coming in there. Interesting.
I think it's because it was in yellow, but I could be wrong. I think that was just a whiff. No impact land down strong. Okay. How did I even know that that was a nil?
Because Neo's actually a really big labber. Was like one of the first people before Ollie officially released said that, hey, I want to make stuff like guides for this character. Can I get the Diamond Sensei role, which is like the kind of mentor, guide maker, etc. role in Ollie Cord.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, he's been putting in a lot of work to just break in the character.
Yeah, they really they were really dedicated when they said they were going to switch, because they basically said they were switching the day Ollie dropped.
Yeah, the work is paying off, but right now Neo does need to dig in a little bit deeper. He is a stock down. Sapphire not only starting to make like minor. Ooh.
What a ledge grab!
Just as I was saying that Sapphire was starting to make these little bits of adaptations here.
Oh, they dropped the shield. Gatling. Tried to mix in a little Fidel in there. I saw the dream.
I still can't believe that was a thing that Zetter could do.
Me neither. I'm actually afraid to fight Zetters now. Oh man.
I think a lot of people are afraid to fight both of these characters. Oh, tries to get the roll read, misses it.
I saw it. I saw it too. Ooh.
Bear's still not gonna kill you, even with the sweet spot. I like the gem dash there to try and bait out an option from Sapphire, but it won't matter. Shine up strong, gonna go ahead and do the trick once again. No rat trick though, just your average Zetter trick.
I think that was another guaranteed up strong that they just missed. They just didn't go for there. I get it though. Ollie's extremely fast, so you'll just see your opportunities fly by without you even knowing.
Dojo going to the game too. Is this the first time we've seen Dojo all night as well?
Yes.
Oh
this
wow,
is a
yeah.
weird night.
Yeah, it's been full of Jules Vale and Merchant.
Yeah.
But yeah,
no
Neo
hyper,
choosing the stage because word on the street is that this is a really good Ollie stage.
Yeah, it is. Because you think the platforms wouldn't work in your favor depending on the matchup, but it's really just kind of balances itself out. Especially having the lowest ceiling.
Indeed, alright. Oh! Yeah!
Just barely missed it.
Arceus gotta go ahead and take it.
Let it confirm. Interesting! That wasn't intentional. But I'm glad, I'm happy that it hit. That was for sure not intentional. Whoop. Rolled it, rolled front, rolled in. Ooh.
Odd, yeah,
Nice.
Sapphire jumping in a little bit too quickly. Get caught by that. But they're fair and that'll do it. Jeez.
Fair, fair, fair. The Zetter Burn special. Take another breather, I take it.
Yeah, perfectly fine here. I don't blame either of these players for really taking a breather. But the pressure is a little bit here on Neo to try and find something to get on the board here. Staring at your loser's side game coming up here.
Interesting strikes. Tempest and Rockwall. You think he'd go for either one, but I'm assuming they're just too nervous.
No, we're going to Godai for game number 3.
All right. Wow. Did the crystal just delete the fireball there?
It might have.
I've never seen that before. Cause I thought they would destroy each other. Ooh, didn't grab the ledge.
Some projectiles have a little bit more priority over than others. Oh no!
They didn't even try to recover there. I saw that.
Neo didn't even get much of an opportunity to recover there. It's like way too far out into the blast zone. And we know that with Ollie's recovery, she can definitely make it back from positions like that, but probably way too much hit stun.
Yeah, I think that was it.
He's not gonna kill.
Ooh. Ah. Not gonna kill either. Ooh.
Was that like half shield damage?
Yeah, I forgot. It has an opportunity to break shields. Not quite break, but it gets there.
Yeah, Neo's trying to find something here. You can see the steam is running out.
Yeah.
Alright, never mind. We got a fair.
They're not going for forward strong off the edge there. That's usually like the Zetter killer whenever they're recovering high like that.
It won't matter.
Speaking of Zetter killer though.
The Ollie killer coming in. Or just the anything killer really, that's Zetter fair.
Yeah. 3-0 for Saph, and we got, let's just call it how I see it, it's a feast grand finals.
It's not a feast if there's not a Zetter Ditto.
Yeah.
And the fire characters have just been running amok these past couple of months in the feast.
Too true, too true.
And to be fair, there's 4 of them, and all 4 of them have had a win, which is crazy. I believe Claren was the one that was left out, and then Oquin Shiny Jump Puff came in and took it.
It's funny how the problem characters for a lot of people always happen to be the fire characters. I saw a null board post about how Claren is way too annoying to fight, and she is, but I think that applies to the entire fire cast.
It truly applies to everybody, but I can see it like leaning more towards the fire characters. They have plot privilege.
You're not wrong. Plot privilege is crazy, though. I do hope the next character we get's an air fighter. Much as I want Slade, the fact that we only have 2 air characters bothers me.
The next character has to be a character, the air character. There's just no way.
Right. They said that they're not going to prioritize, like, element balance, which I get it. They prioritize who's the closest ready and who's the most fun. At the same time, this character select screen, man. The air characters are looking lonely up there. That's what I'm trying to get at.
Yeah. It does feel like the air characters are also like the ones that are kind of suffering the most in terms of like player base morale.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Because with Raster falling off and Fleet being Fleet, it does make sense. Well, the next character being a new Ether character entirely. Who knows what we're gonna get? Oh wait, I don't think they'd mention if it was a new Ether character or not. I think they just said new character. Oh, I thought we would change servers. All right.
I think Fidel is East Coast.
Oh
So it
yes, you're
should be
right. You're
fine.
right. You're right. Yeah, look at those pings. I'm on Xfinity. I've never seen those ping numbers in my life.
I felt that. Let's go, both of us on Xfinity and the routing being so awful.
Right. They say they're testing. I went with my dad to like replace the box, and they told me that they're doing a location test for fiber. So it should come to my state soon, but I'm not holding out.
I just want my parents to upgrade the goddamn plan. That's literally all I'm asking.
Right. We're on gigabit, but from what I've been told, big internet loves the rate limit.
Oh, yep.
So
We're gatekeeping bandwidth.
like I said, I'm never seeing those numbers until we finally get the fiber. Assuming that thing that they said about fiber plans location test is true.
Okay, we can only both hope for better internet.
Yeah. Too true.
Alright, but Sapphire is still taking a small breather here. While we're waiting though, this is in fact a run back from last week's feast.
And last week's feast.
And last week's feast. Yeah, so sorry other character enjoyers. We're gonna be stuck with Zetter Dittos for probably a little
water
bit.
character in top 8. Let's apologize to the water characters here, because I don't think we haven't seen a single water element in top 8 in a while.
I want to see more Orcane. Not named Marlin. I just want to see more Orcane.
I'm trying to say something nice here, but then I realized the only alternatives to Orcane are Analyst and Rano. I'm trying to figure out like who's like the chaotic neutral in this party here.
There is none.
I guess
Water character. All the water characters have bullshit.
yeah.
They all have good bullshit, as the MSB saying goes. I gotta find that again because it was funny.
Who was the workshop water character again? Was it Hodan?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why essentially the avatar was water, we may never know, but I guess that fits since that's how Avatar works.
I think it's because most of his kit revolves around sweat.
Yeah, that is pretty much what it is. I just figured that I guess my mind is like, what if the like this avatar element had its own element to it, you know?
Right.
But then actual
Jim?
avatar is like, oh well, somebody from a certain tribe is proficient with that element and then learns the other ones.
Yeah.
So it checks out. But either way, grand finals underway, starting here on Merchant Port.
They put on quite a show last week, so I'm expecting a very similar performance this one. Question is though, is Sapphire gonna finally take it or not?
Yeah, last week was pretty close. Sapphire definitely had the momentum there to take it to a reset, but too many overextensions cost them in the end.
Yep.
So now we'll have to see if he's learned his lesson from last week and is able to step off the gasser a bit.
Yep. Let's hope he used those breathers wisely. Well, nope. It's Rivals 2, you can't spike there.
Alright, first stop going to Sapphire.
Let's go.
Honestly, I think I've seen enough Zeta Dittos to just let the Dittos do the talking.
Yeah. I'm just trying to find something to say so it's not just dead air.
Tries to get the fair there. Doesn't matter. Fidel able to catch Sapphire there with down strong. And you know what I think about it? Down strong? Zeta down strong is one of those moves that was like notoriously good in 1 that hasn't really seen much use in 2.
I mean, I go for it as much as I possibly can, and that does get me in trouble a lot. But I mean, it just feels like the response to do, especially in like tech chase situations where forward strong seems to be the answer, but at the same time, down strong's right there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and we know that down strong probably covers like the plots of certain stages such as Merchant here. Oh my god, Fidel.
You even had time to like whiff a down strong there just to end before ending the combo with the forward air. He knows he's listening. That down strong was for me.
I guess the one thing that I want to see is like either one of these two use pity flip to recover.
Oh yeah, I haven't seen a lot of that. Pity flip is like when you reverse the like the animation, but the momentum stays the same, right?
Yeah.
The trajectory stays the same.
A pity flip is when you B reverse flip cancel the down special. And it is a B reverse, not a wave bounce, as like I've seen a lot of people say, because I checked the wiki, I checked the frame data like individually when I was putting together like a little infographic for it, and it is in fact a B reverse because you need to be able to input the reverse momentum within the first 5 frames or so.
It's a weird okay.
So it can be wave bounce,
that.
so have fun with that.
It's definitely a weird input because you're basically Melon said I'll answer next week as a work hand. Funny. It is a weird input because you got to make sure you're be reversing yourself and not your trajectory. Basically you don't want to be reversed too early.
Yeah, you don't want to be reversed too early.
That's weird though.
What you want to do is input the down special first.
Right.
Then cancel it. Then B reverse it. And I think it'll probably be a lot easier to like visualize what I'm talking about if I just sent what I made again, but
no, again, I know how to do it. It's just I never got the timing down because I never find any opportunities to do it with outside of just style.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Yeah, Fidel Ca. Oh my god.
Fair chance never died with this character.
Yep. Ooh, shine parry. Oh.
Can we get it right back? Oh, almost. Yeah, never mind. But yeah, I actually find pity flipping easier to do in Rivals 2 than Rivals 1. Even though it's literally the same motion.
You know, all this talk about tech, it makes me wonder how they're gonna do Malo.
God, I can't wait to see how everybody like grabs Malo's bombs. What the? Lots of down tilts, catching.
Yeah, lots of it.
Tech
Lots
that
of
ledge.
just moves repeating in when it comes to Zeta Burn tonight.
Yeah.
This just makes me laugh because I know in the last dev Q&A they said that they were going to look into over-centralization, and meanwhile this is still in the game. One funny thing about it is that they kept using Orcane as an example. Ah.
Okay, next,
Sapphire
how do we convince the devs to use Zeta as the example next time?
Right.
Look, I love this character a lot, right? I'm a big spacing bait. The shine buffs where they gave him momentum on a shine were not needed. I'm gonna say it. I'm no Zeta doomer whatsoever. I always had like pure confidence in the character even before
I think it was a side
the
effect
buffs.
of a system change though, because I don't remember reading anything specific in the notes. That's why it caught me off guard when it happened in tournament. Ooh, nice cancel.
Rare instance of both Zetas having a hive mind there, throwing the fireball at the same time.
Yeah,
But Fidel finally on the
That was
board.
funny. Game 2.
But yeah, if people think Undershine is insane, wait until more and more Zetas start using Overshine.
Right.
That's the real. That's like the real issue right there with the character. I'm not gonna lie. Especially with the changes that they did now,
Yeah.
where if you hit a spike, then you can't floor hug it.
Mm.
Imagine hitting Overshine, you get the spike, and yeah, have fun with that.
Oh. Oh, he wants this now. Oh, the B reversed fireball.
Fidel smells blood in the water, holy.
Mike, yeah. No forward strong, but the forward throw. Interesting. I felt that. I felt that angel platform wait there. Like, yeah, I just went for that.
Hey, it happens, and you know what? That's where we make the mental note of like, all right, I understand what to do now.
Yeah.
But that's not what to do there. Okay, Sapphire barely dodging death there. But how much longer can he dodge it for? Ooh.
The F tilt.
Actually, well, on the topic of Hodojo, this isn't a bad stage to do down B cancel drills on.
That's true. Oh yes, I usually practice most of my movement on Hodojo. The only time I don't really use Hodojo is, oh man, the only time I did that was an Armada shine actually. My goodness, I don't see that a lot. The only time I don't use Hodojo for practice is if I'm using Eyeball, which is weird, but it just doesn't feel right on this stage.
The eyeball minigame, I think, is like a good, kind of a good way to learn hit falling. as well as like
It-
what are my character's movement options to get to X point.
Right. It is, but it's a little on the wonky side.
Yeah, I do agree.
Sometimes, yeah. It's not just because sometimes the eyeball spawns over the blast zone and it counts as a point. I mean, like, the spawns as well. And there are some characters where I just get like in a stuck point where I'm like, hit the thing, hit the thing. And it just takes me an eternity for my attack to connect. But I think that's just a me problem.
Sapphire taking a breather here, wondering, alright, I'm 2 games down. I know I can take games off of Fidel. I just gotta dig deep and find it in me to force it to a game 5. Where are we going to go? Ooh, Harbor.
Hyper. All right. I was waiting for when we were gonna see this.
It is a good Zetter stage, but you're not gonna make me go to it just because it's a good Zetter stage. Unironically, it's also another good stage to practice flip cancel drills on.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you're right. I remember I was doing that in the early patches. Seeing Harbor here, I'm surprised. When was the last time the Feast has seen a crag?
That is a good point.
I've not seen Crag in a while. Well,
I don't think
mean,
there hasn't been a Crag in this top 8 at all. Sapphire gonna go ahead and take the first stock. So far, counter pick working out well. Let me take a look at it, but I think last week's Feast didn't have. I don't think last week's Feast had any Crags in it. The Feast 21 didn't have any Crags in it. 20 didn't have any Crags. The last time a Crag was in top 8 was the Feast 19.
Wow. Never thought I'd see the day that we get a Crag drought. Maybe it's a change that. Who knows?
I remember when that happened in Rivals 1 where I don't remember what bracket it was, but Crag did not make top 8 for the first time in like so many years, and people were so shocked.
Oh,
They're starting to step on the gas here.
Yep. The edge cancels too. Just saw him hit a few of those just now. Whoa! What a read! The slow walk into dash.
Barely dodging that up strong. Sapphire is sitting a little comfortably here.
Yep.
Has to be careful not to let Fidel get into advantage once.
Why didn't you go for a back air?
Tries to go for a fair. Down low doesn't work, but does manage to find a fair again. They're gonna miss for Fidel.
Alright, now he's got to slow things down a little bit. Fidel's getting a little too comfortable jumping in here. Interesting.
Oh, what the?
That wasn't intentional. That was definitely a snapback moment.
Probably, but we're going to game 5.
Strong. Game 5. Wild. I mean, that could have been that could have been a just a missed input that they just caught early too.
Yeah.
I think the only controllers that really experience snapback in Rivals is Xbox. Because at least with GameCube, you can like very easily modify it to get the snapback out. That's honestly the one thing keeping me away from fully switching to Xbox controllers. I don't know what the internals look like. I don't know how to disassemble it. I don't even know how to work on the thing. And most importantly, I don't know if snapback could be fixed. So I'm not touching it.
I usually just get third-party controllers where they're like have the electromagnetic sticks. This is the closest thing you can get to like no snapback. But hey,
Yeah,
maybe one day somebody will come up with a controller that truly does get rid of snapback.
I mean, somebody has, funnily enough, but they're not Xbox controllers, sadly.
Yeah. Alright, game 5. Fidel
Rockwall.
betting it all on Rockwall.
A classic game 5 for Zetter Dittos.
Oh, the reverse fair.
Maybe you should start calling them Dittos. Who knows? Silence is palpable. Okay.
I don't know, calling it a mirror
Happens.
sounds weird to me.
Yeah.
I just heard people call it Ditto. I was like, oh, I'll call it Ditto.
Yeah, the Smash DNA will never truly leave Rivals.
I only thought it made sense because of the Pokemon. I won't lie.
That's why it's called. Yeah, that's why it's called that.
I see. Alright,
It's,
but
it was melee terminology first, and then it just kind of transcended flat fighter lore. I gotta learn more about Rivals in general. I wish they didn't cancel the documentary.
yeah,
Oh, well.
it sucks that we didn't get the documentary that Adam Cara was working on. Like a whole
Yeah.
plethora of reasons that I won't really mention on stream, but
Yeah.
this game currently right now is looking heavily in Fidel's control, just as I say that Sapphire finding to shine up strong. But they're immediately responding back with the forward throw. And Sapphire realizing that I have to dig deep here. I need to be careful with the next option that I choose if I want to force a reset.
Right. Dude, the first time in a while we get a reset too. But let's see what happens. Ooh. Getting predictable. Why?
Oh, the accidental taunt!
That could not have been intentional. Fidel, please. He's only a boy.
Alright, last stock, game 5.
Sapphire, do not let him do that to you.
Sapphire, still living.
Oh, the lead on the
Fidel
on the
better
forward
get
air.
the lead! Sapphire still living!
Yep. Back air.
But this is the legend!
wrong.
That's the set!
Yep. Fidel takes another one. Oh man, I feel bad. I think that was another close one too, because I think it was 3-2 in the last one too. Oh wait, no. In the last one it was 3-1. It was
Yeah,
just a very
last
close
week it
game
was
4.
3-1. This week a lot closer.
So Sapphire's getting closer. Sapphire's getting very close to defeating the demon.
Yeah, the selfie streak has been passed on to Fidel here. How long is this lion gonna keep it up?
Right.
But that concludes the feast. Congrats to Fidel again, keeping his streak alive. Sapphire getting second, and everybody else that made top 8 tonight. And honestly, everybody that played in bracket tonight. Make sure you all get your Wolfpack Loxodons in the Google Drive. That'll be in the Rivals 2 announcements channel. Once again, we have the hunt this Sunday. Our Rivals 1 bracket, the tried and true. We're halfway to 200, so if you, we're halfway to 200, and just like how we give out skins here at the feast, this week for the Hunt 150, we are celebrating by giving away Rivals 1 team skins for Wolfpack, so you get to choose the custom color code of your main and roll with it. So if you want to look fresh in some Wolfpack team colors in Rivals 1, be sure to sign up for the Hunt 150. That'll also be here on the Wolfpack FGC Twitch channel and YouTube for our YouTube watchers out there this Sunday, assuming that there are enough people to stream a top 8.
Please come to the hunt. We need to prove that Rivals 1 isn't dead.
Oh yeah, ever since GX, I've never ever once said that Rivals 1 is dead because there's still plenty of Rivals 1 to be played. I know that for a fact.
I'm surprised we got an update. That came out of nowhere.
No, I wasn't really surprised actually because I knew that there are at least 2 devs that are still working on Rivals 1, being Geek and Yossi.
Nice.
So shoutouts to Geek for pushing out an update largely on their own. Really, truly cannot thank them enough, and that just shows you how much the devs care about both games. Rivals 1 may be the 3rd string game to Rivals 2 singles and Rivals 2 doubles at events, but they will never ever let go of Rivals 1 because they care. Believe me, they still care. They want to keep supporting grassroots for both games. So shoutouts to the devs for just being phenomenal people.
Yeah, well, that's gonna do it for us here at the feast.
Let me
Wolfpack.
see if there's anybody that we can raid right now.
Alright.
Ooh, okay. So we've got some Smash going on over with our sponsors at Lifelight Cafe. They're in grand finals of Latte Night Grind, and we have our very own Eyes sitting here in Grands trying to claw his way back from losers. So we're gonna go ahead and raid Lifelight Cafe. Please go show support for our Joker main.
If any of y'all saw a taunt that last stock, it was a misinput, I swear.
We figured it out, don't worry.
Yeah.
But anyways, be sure to join our Discord for more tournaments, and be sure to follow our Twitch and sub to our YouTube for future streams and content as well. But like you said, we're gonna go ahead, get out of here and go raid our friends at Lifelight Cafe. Please go show your support for Eyes. We're rooting for him to take another Latte Night Grind. Have a good night, everybody. I've been Jazzwave, and with me was Appleseed.
Alright, see y'all later. I got nothing to advertise.